heartily welcome the highly respected and beloved Dr. Ujala Cygnus, a senior obstetrician and gynecologist whose work is not just a profession but a purpose.
Today, we are honored to present an interactive session with a well-known medical professional, Dr. Ujala, spreading light on vital aspects of being a medical professional and also a student's health.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. This
Good
is
morning.
Tanisha Shani.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be with you all to talk and about whatever you want to ask. Thank you for being here. Thank you for wishing all of us happy Doctor's Day.
Good morning, sir. This is Ujala Cygnus.
Sir, this is Arshak Sena, and we all are here from Dr. English School. Sir, with your permission, may we ask you a few questions?
Sure. Go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to ask that what are the few basic common problems that you are seeing nowadays in a teenager and how a teenager can overcome it?
So, teenager is teenage, like, let's say from 12 to 19, when the teens are 13 to 19, is a unique age for all children. It's an age when the body is undergoing a lot of transformation. So you're physically maturing, your boys are building, voices are getting big, they're getting mustache and beard. Girls are maturing differently, girls are getting breast increase, shape, no facial hair, girls start menstruating, all that things are there. So it's a big emotional, physical change for a teenager. And once this change occurs, anything can go wrong. Because of the hormones going up and down, so there can be a lot of mental stress disturbances. The first thing is that बिना बात के रोना आना, बिना बात के गुस्सा आना, irritable होना, isolate होना, कि सब suddenly you have a child who's playing with the parents and grandparents every day till the age of 11, 12. And the minute they turn 13, they are isolated in their rooms and they are only stuck with their screen or the mobiles or the TV or only talking to friends. Suddenly that change starts up. So this drastic change can bring a lot of problems. First is the physical problems. Second is the mental problems. Third is the academic pressures, because now you have pressure of performing, coming first in school. Then peer pressure, ये वाली लड़की ज़्यादा अच्छा कर रही है, ये लड़का ज़्यादा अच्छा कर रहा है, वो गेम्स में ज़्यादा अच्छा है, ये गेम्स में ज़्यादा अच्छा है. Then teachers' preferences, parents' preferences, and then a lot of medical problems. Because at this time you are vulnerable to catch a lot of diseases. So your vaccination has to be complete again, जो बचपन में लगा था, and then menstrual hygiene has to be there. Social interaction with boys and girls, because in co-ed schools has to be there. So a lot of time, even sexual problems may start occurring in teenage. So all that has to be aware. So you have to be aware. This generation or this age has to be aware of a lot of things. And remember, अगर आप लोग को इससे बचना है, तो सबसे पहले communicate करें. Communication is very important. Not communicating with your friends because they might give wrong info. Not communicating with Google. That also has a lot of false information. So you have a teacher in class, you have a IC, you have a principal, you have many teachers in school, you have parents, you have elder brothers and elder sisters, you have uncles, aunties, buas. The communication with family is very, very important. And screen time has to be limited. Physical activity has to be there. So get up early in the morning, which teenagers do not, except on school days, and do some yoga and meditation, pranayam, breathing exercise which calms your brain. Take the right food. The junk food is allowed only once a week, so you have to have healthy eating habits. You have to sleep 8 to 10 hours. If you sleep well, your body rejuvenates here. So जो दिन की थकान और जो दिन का डैमेज होता है बॉडी में, वो स्लीप से पूरा होता है. तो खान पीन कंट्रोल एंड ऑफ कोर्स मेडिकल चेकअप्स एंड हेल्थ चेकअप. So briefly, an adolescent can undergo all this.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, what was the most difficult part of your medical life and how did you overcome it?
So my medical life started in 1975. And I first did Indian School Certification, 11th class from St. Peter's. And because at that time, 1973, was a change from English medium to Hindi medium, the Hindi wave was there in India. So we all had to change to Hindi medium schools. And so I went to Diyarbakr and did my inter and UP inter. So we lost some years there because we had to repeat the 11th and the 12th again. Our Hindi medium transition was very difficult. And then of course there was an exam, PhD exam hota tha. So I got selected in a college in Patna in 1975. Now 1975 was a very disturbed period for India. There was the JP movement, there was voice against the government, there were lots of riots, lots of dharnas, strikes, everything. And Bihar was the center of it. So we had a very tough time in the first 1.5 years, and 1.5 years got completed in over 2 years. Seeing all that, my parents, because it was a central college, I got my transfer to Aligarh Muslim University. So Aligarh Muslim University is like a temple of knowledge because culture, diversity, all that. So being a Muslim university, still there were a lot of other religions studied there. So that posed another challenge. Because of the diverse nature, because of the Muslim culture, because of the conservative culture, the college days were difficult. So though the central college was there, everyone was from all over India was admitted in that college, but still there were differences, especially when celebrating festivals. So Hindu festivals, Muslim festivals. So we grew up very nicely in Maldives. Then came the post-graduation. After MBBS तक तो ठीक है, because you're common. Post-graduation I chose to do obstetrics gynae, which was very rarity for boys in Uttar Pradesh to choose a women's doctor, be a women's ladies doctor. So because I was one of the toppers, so they had no choice, they had to give it to me. Need नहीं होता था उस टाइम पे. So they asked me कैसे करोगे मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी कोई औरत दिखाई देगी तुम्हें ये नहीं करेगी बात नहीं करेगी. Fortunately, I was married to my class fellow and Dr. Jerry, but both of us chose the same one. Because our family hospital was obstetrics gynae, grandfather, parents, so we had to do this. And that is how. So that was the biggest challenge on how to talk to conservative women in burqas and to get the guiding diseases out of them and to examine and operate or even deliver them as ladies. So that was a challenge which was a new challenge for me, and that made me a different man and a different person, understanding women's health much more at a very, very young age. So these some challenges, everyone will undergo those challenges. Mere thode different.
That's very inspiring, sir. So my next question is, you're a gynecologist. So gynecology is a field that is so deeply related to being there for women during their most vulnerable times. So is there a particular delivery or a story or a moment that still stays close to your heart and you would like to share it with us today?
So for a gynecologist, life is very, very exciting. We have no idea what the next minute is going to be or next hour is going to be, and mostly it happens in the night. So sleepless nights, and mostly at around 2 a.m. and that is where I wrote my biography entitled NM at 2 a.m. So there are good things and bad things both happen, tough things. So let me tell you a toughest incidents of my life which we faced. Now it was the millennium change from 1992 to 2000, and we in Agra celebrated, arranged a party for all the doctors and the businessmen and all friends, about 120 in Grand Hotel, and we had a huge party saying goodbye to the millennium, to the century and start of 2000. We even called a Pandit who blessed us all, everything, and had a good time. It was very cold that night, it was very foggy. To come back from Sadar Bazaar to our hospital took hours, and we probably came back at about 1:30 in the night, and I had just fallen asleep when my bell rang. It was about 2 o'clock. That's how my story started. And the nurse on the phone was like yelling, "Doctor, come immediately, doctor, come immediately." So knowing that we are obstetricians, we were living outside, we ran down. The whole lobby was flooded with blood. There was this 8-month-old pregnant woman who was bleeding because of accidental hemorrhage, which is common with high blood pressure, or she had fallen. And we had to get the anesthetist, the pediatrician in this fog, and we we battled for about 5-6 hours to save her life. And once we came out of the operating theatre, the knife was gone, and you felt something. You feel good when you see. So these are the things which take you tough. Not always we can win. Sometimes it is God or death which wins, especially what happened in COVID days. And delivering a baby is the most happy thing. When life comes in your hand, and in the first cry, you forget all your tiredness, all your fatigue, everything. And when you look at that baby and say, this is life. And then when we are operating also or delivering, we put that baby to the mother's face. She gives the first kiss when it is not even clean, and we start breastfeeding on the table only. So that scene is one of the best scene a doctor can face. But it's most 90% like this, 10% it could be very, very difficult to face.
So that's too tiring. Sir, actually, what qualities do you think make a good doctor apart from the medical knowledge?
So a good doctor, there's a series coming in on Netflix, Good Doctor, which you must all see. What a good doctor is. This is a boy who is autism and how he tries to be a good doctor. So good doctor is not only medical education. Medical education makes me treat patients. So I can prescribe medicine, I can operate, I can get an appendix out, I can get a gallbladder out, I can get the disease out. But a good doctor treats the person. So I have to connect to the person. So I have to be very compassionate, listen very much. A lot of times doctors don't have time because there's thousands of patients they have to see. And then as the patient is speaking, they're just writing medicine. So you will look into the patient's eyes, feel her problems. She might be having no problems, she just wants to talk out her life. And that for gynecologists is more difficult. Women have so many problems in their house, with their children, with their husbands, with their in-laws. They just want to come and talk. And if I can give some time to just listen to their problems, I'll be treating most of them without any medicine. So that's what my mother was. She used to talk, have tea with them, order, and it doesn't matter. Patient to other thing ho jata hai. So compassion, empathy, ethics, treat ethically, don't overdo, don't overwrite medicines, don't overoperate, and then be a leader, be ready to learn new things and transfer them to the patient care, best patient care, be very kind, be very sympathetic, empathy, all that makes a good doctor. So it's not the stethoscope which makes me a good doctor. It's the art behind the stethoscope which makes it. So a doctor has to have a very, very kind heart to be a real good doctor. That is what it is.
Yes, sir. So, what inspired you to become a doctor? And more specifically, to choose gynecologist?
So I had practically, I don't think I had a choice. From childhood, we are from a family of doctors. My grandfather, late Rai Bahadur S. N. Malhotra, was one of the most leading doctors of India, and he had served with the Maharajas and then with the Rajasthan government, principal medical officer, and then he opened up a small private nursing home in a small city called Bharatpur, 60 kilometers from Agra in 1955, and because he wanted to serve the people and did not want to join the government service after he finished. The government wanted him there. And then because Bharatpur was a small place, they shifted to Agra. And my parents, both of them were doctors, both were gynecologists. So 1959, the Malhotra Nursing Home on MG Road started about 65 years. First private nursing home in Uttar Pradesh and in Rajasthan at Bharatpur. So they wanted to give private priority. So I grew up in that hospital, watching them serve people, watching them operate difficult cases, watching them do and then come up and discuss all that. The dining table was always medical disease, so I had practically no choice of being. I probably did sit for the NDA and did qualify because I wanted to be a fighter pilot, but that was because being the only son with 3 sisters, medical science was. The interesting part is why and how I became a gynecologist. So in Aligarh Medical College, that's where I met Dr. Jelly, and we were friends. we were both sportsmen, I was the sports secretary of the college, he was the All India best sportswoman, and that's how our friendship evolved. And during, just after we passed MBBS, we got married. So after internship, you have to choose a branch. And just because both of us were in the first 5 in the college, we had a choice of any branch we could take and get a job immediately also during studies. That time it used to be 350 rupees a month, but that was quite a lot. So I told Jerry that you take gynecology because we have a gynec hospital, and I do some general surgery, so we'll make a good surgeon gynec combination. She always wanted to do pediatrics. I always wanted to do surgery. So she said, if I'm going to take gynecology, you also have to take it. So that probably was the best decision in our life, because a lot of people laughed at us. एक तो मेल डूइंग अलीगढ़ यूनिवर्सिटी, दूसरा दोनों एक ही ब्रांच में होंगे तो कंपटीशन होगा, ये मेरा मरीज है तेरा मरीज है, ये कंपटीशन होगा. So we changed that whole narrative. We said we will not compete with each other, we will complement each other. So complement and understand each other, and that is where you see now both of us became the presidents of 8 gynec organizations in India, 3 international gynec organizations, one by one. So if I'm doing something, one steps back and then the other steps. So once you complement, once you learn and keep that ego away, you can reach great heights. And I probably that was one of the best decisions, because gynec obstetrics is one of the most challenging branches. और इसमें सबसे ज़्यादा रिसर्च, क्योंकि आप एक टेस्ट बेबी में बच्चा बनाने से उसको डिलीवर करने तक, the fun you see that under the microscope, that single egg and single sperm fertilize and make a pregnancy. You put it back into the woman's womb, see it growing in the womb, then deliver it. No other branch can give that. And then we can make from that stem cells, and stem cells can revolutionize all other branches. So we can provide to cardiologists, surgeons, all that. And so that's how I think that was a very good decision to be.
So that sounds so motivating actually. So my next question is, according to you, what is the importance of mental health, especially for students like us, high school students, and what should we know about it? The main things.
So this is something which is very, very important and not so old. When I was a student, the medicine book which we used to read, Harrison, had only one paragraph on mental health and one paragraph on depression. Today that same Harrison book has 16 pages on mental health and 20 pages on depression. So that is how life has changed. So with the growing technology, the growing advances all over the world, with everything coming in fast, the mental disturbance of the human race has occurred. Because we are in a race. And when you are in a race, your brain is overworking and getting exhausted. And if you're not able to come first, you get depressed. So mental health is equally or probably more important than physical health. Health को define WHO ने किया है physical, mental, sexual health, emotional well-being of a person. So all areas they have. Now what when your brain short circuits, it can go towards aggressive mode. So you could be angry, you could be crying in a minute, you could be bullying others, you could come under peer pressure. उसने एक सिगरेट ट्राई करी तो मैं भी ट्राई कर लूँ, उसने गांजा पीने ट्राई किया, एक अल्कोहल का सिप ले लूँ, एक सिप में क्या होएगा? But that all affects your mental health. And of course peer pressure, उससे अच्छा करना है. Then parental pressure, कॉलेज में फर्स्ट आना है, डॉक्टर बनना है, लॉयर बनना है, सीए बनना है. So वो सब pressure that all affects these young minds, and that is what our President Ujala said. He wrote a book on ignited minds. So the minds of youngsters are all ignited. They are ready to take everything. But if you feed too much garbage, you get garbage. So that is what the problem of mental health, which is happening. How we can tackle this? You have to talk it and talk early, and be socially connected. Reduce your screen time. Be physical activities. Go and play some games. Go and play with same age people. Talk to your parents. Eat one meal at least all together on the table. इसमें एक जोक याद आ गया, एक लड़की थी, वो एक दिन घर में पावर फेलियर हो गया। एक फैमिली में, जॉइंट फैमिली में रहते थे बहुत से, कभी भी कोई खाना साथ नहीं खाता था, बेचारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, फादर, ग्रैंड मदर एंड ग्रैंड फादर हमारे जैसे टेबल पर अकेले खाना खाते थे। तो एक दिन लाइट चली गई, वाईफाई डाउन, इंटरनेट डाउन, और जब हम लोग खाना खाने बैठे 8 बजे तो देखा सब आ गए, मेरा बेटा बेटी भी आ गए, उनके बच्चे भी आ गए, सब टेबल पे आ गए। और जब टेबल पे आ गए तो वी स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग, and when we started talking, this girl puts in a social media post. Actually, I enjoyed the company of my parents. They are not that bad parents and that bad parents. So once you don't know them, you will only be ruled by internet. So that is how connection for mental health is very important. And take help. कोई दवाइयों की जरूरत नहीं है, कोई एंटी डिप्रेसेंट की जरूरत नहीं है, जस्ट प्रॉपर काउंसलिंग। Schools should have counselors, teachers should learn how to counsel, teachers should learn how to understand ये बच्चा डिप्रेस है, ये बच्चा हैप्पी नहीं है, ये मतलब कपड़े अच्छे नहीं पहनता है, इसके नेल्स नहीं कटे हुए हैं, इसने बाल अच्छे से नहीं बनाए, all that are mental disease. So all that indicate that you are undergoing some depressive phase, which may be because of parents, because of sibling, because of disease, whatever, cancer है, घर में किसी को तो बच्चा डिस्टर्ब होता है, बहुत सारे फैक्टर हैं। तो मेंटल हेल्थ का इम्पोर्टेंस बहुत ज़्यादा है, बहुत ज़्यादा है।
Sir, I wanted to ask that how do you stay motivated and optimistic in a difficult situation?
So doctors face difficult situations every time, every day, and we have to keep our head on our shoulders, think rationally कि मैं best क्या कर सकता हूँ। अभी emotional, we have seen grief, we see patient die, we see surgeries which go wrong, we see babies which die just after birth for no reason, and that is where we also, we are human beings, so we also feel sad, grieved and all. But we have been taught in this, हम लोग को 72 hours continuous duty कराई जाती थी, stay awake 72 hours in these challenges। आज और emergency में जब हम बैठते हैं और emergency उसमें, अभी एक पेशेंट किसी को स्टैब वुंड का, एक पेशेंट अगला कुत्ते ने काट लिया वो आया, और आपको पता ही नहीं, आप नए नए डॉक्टर बने हो, स्टिच करना है कि उसको वॉच करना है। एक पेशेंट है वो रिक्शे में बाहर डिलीवरी हो गई, उसको बाहर जाके संभालो, अंदर लाओ। तो सारी ऐसी सिचुएशन में हमारी ट्रेनिंग जो है, एक मेडिकल ट्रेनिंग इज वेरी वेरी। व्हेन वी एंटर मेडिकल कॉलेज, पहले दिन हमको जो हॉल में जाते हैं इतने बड़े 15-20 डेड बॉडीज होती है, स्पीकिंग ऑफ कॉर्टली, एंड वी आर गिवन अ नाइफ एंड अ फॉर्सेप। अब इनको काट के डिसेक्ट करो और मेक आउट व्हाट इज रॉन्ग। I had no idea. I had never seen a dead body like that. The smell was so much. That time, in 1975, there were no gloves. We had to do it bare. 2 घंटे वो डेड बॉडी वॉज माई बेस्ट फ्रेंड। उसका नाम रखते थे हम, उससे बहुत प्यार से बात करते थे कि देखो काट रहे हैं आज, यहाँ देखने के काट रहे हैं आज, तेरा दिल देखेंगे आज, तेरा दिल देखेंगे। और ये हमें भी सिखाएगा कि औरों को कैसे जिंदा करना है। इट इज अ ग्रेट सैक्रिफाइस विच दे हैव डन। इसीलिए देहदान आजकल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया है, और अंगदान बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया है। डोनेट योर बॉडी आफ्टर यू डाई, यू कैन सेव 26 लाइफ, यू कैन लिव आफ्टर यू डाई। 26 people can get life from your organs after death. So all of us, even students, we should all sign up that government pledge. Eyes can give, nose to someone, your heart can give heartbeat to someone, your kidneys can give life to someone, your pancreas, liver, all can be used. Skin can be used for burn. Skin best dressing है, अगर आप डेथ के बाद स्किन निकाल के किसी के बर्न के ऊपर लगाते हैं तो उसकी हीलिंग पट्टी से ज़्यादा होती है। These are the things which we are taught and which make us emotionally strong to face all the। उसके बाद भी बहुत दुख होता है, कभी कभी अंदर जाके सामने नहीं रो सकते, अंदर जाके रोना पड़ता है।
So, if you would go back and give advice to your younger self before the medical life, what would it be?
So, if I could go back, as I told you, in 1975 when I walked into the dissection hall, there were 20 bodies and scalpel. So you have to first learn to respect the dead. There were naughty students who were making jokes, puns, and they would do all sorts of things. They were teasing girls on the boys, because एक टेबल पे 3 लड़कियां और 2 लड़के 5-5 ऐसे हम लोग डिवाइड होते हैं। तो कुछ छेड़छाड़ी उस बॉडी के साथ, छेड़छाड़ी मजाक। तो पहले आया कि डेड को रिस्पेक्ट करना बहुत जरूरी है, वो शायद सीखना चाहिए था। और सबको रोकना चाहिए। दूसरी चीज फिर अपने आप को बोलना था कि तुम एक डॉक्टर बनने जा रहे हो, ये एक रेस नहीं है, ये लाइफ लॉन्ग मैराथन है। So you will be running the whole life for hard work. Third thing, I wish we have told ourselves, be very kind right from the beginning. वो यंग ब्लड होता है ना, जब हार्मोन्स स्टॉप होते हैं, गुस्सा आता है, पेशेंट को गुस्सा आता है, बेकार का आ गया, मेरा दिमाग खा रहा है, दिमाग को दही बना दिया मरीज ने, I mean, those types of feelings do come because when patients need compassion and passion, that is sometimes not there in youngsters. So I wish more of that was there at that time. Then I also would have thought कि तुम जो white coat आज पहना है तुमने सेक्शन हॉल में, ये लाइफ लॉन्ग white coat पहनोगे और ये कोट कभी कभी बहुत heavy भी होगा. So be ready to have very strong shoulders to wear a heavy white coat so that you can work to save lives. So that is 4-5 things I should have told myself, and maybe I would have been better doctor.
So that's very thoughtful. The next question is, we are students, if we want to promote the well-being of the healthcare workers and medical professionals, so what are some of the steps and measures we can take to contribute ourselves to this community, this wonderful community?
So you need not be a medical degree or a white coat wearer to help in healthcare, to help me. We go to the villages to put some chopals where we do free health checkup. So all the students can join us in all those. You can come and take a list. You can go to their homes of these poor people in the village, teach them how to keep the house clean, teach them, tell them कि vaccination कराना है, teach them कि कैसे बर्तन धोने, कैसे घर की सफाई रखनी. So major part non-medical, especially students, क्योंकि बच्चों की बड़े लोग ज़्यादा सुनते हैं और फिर गर्ल्स और बॉयज दोनों मिलके जाएंगे. कभी कभी मजाक उड़ाएंगे, आ गए कि ये तो छोटी सी आ गई लड़की, ये क्या बताएंगे हमें कैसे खाना पकाना और किस बर्तन में पकाना, धुएं में चूल्हे में नहीं करना, अप्लाई फॉर अ गैस सिलेक्शन, protect your eyes, wash your hand before eating, use a sanitary latrine. Thousands of things which we cannot tell because we are busy writing and reading. So the additional information, awareness, health tips, all that non-medical students can give us. So if we partner, if you colleges, students, college, they are already doing. सब जाते हैं students colleges. Road safety, accident में helmet पहनना, अगर हेड इंजरी हो जाए कैसे पेशेंट को लेटाना, देन अगर किसी को चलते चलते हार्ट अटैक हो जाए तो कैसे फर्स्ट एड लेना, ब्रीदिंग रुक गई है तो लाइफ केयर सिस्टम के बारे में टीचिंग करना. All these you guys can learn and be the first line of defense in medical for us. So major work students can do to help us.
So that's very informative. So concluding this session, is there any message you would like to share with the students of Dr. M.S. World School?
So my message to students is that you all have to look after your health yourself. Please do not fall sick. You won't need a doctor. So we want you to wake up early, sleep adequate, eat healthy food, do meditation, do weight training exercise right from the beginning so your bones don't break in the old age, and be very kind, empathetic, and always smiling to everyone. See, life is unpredictable. You are seeing a 42-year-old actress died just 3 days back, a 20-year-old had a cardiac arrest. So life is unpredictable and we cannot even predict anything which is going to happen. So enjoy today. What has gone yesterday, forget it. What is coming tomorrow, we don't know. Enjoy life to your fullest today. Today is when you live.
Thank you so much, sir. As we conclude, we all would like to present our sincere gratitude to Dr. Naren Gauranga, who has stood with women in their most difficult times, helping them embrace womanhood and also bring new lives to them. And today's session reminded us that awareness is the first step of prevention. So we all must ensure that helping and prevention is the first step, and we must ensure health is first. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Now you can shake
वीडियो
hands.
वीडियो सर हाँ वीडियो कर
Yeah. Thank you. God bless you. So on behalf of myself and my team, I would like to present you all with my biography. हिंदी में है, इंग्लिश वाली आएगी अभी 2 महीने बाद ट्रांसलेट हो रही. Go ahead, give me a feedback. How did you like it? You can ask me anything on Facebook, Instagram, on my email, on my WhatsApp, anytime, any help. Youngsters, मेरे सबसे ज़्यादा Facebook friends youngsters. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच
And to the teachers also.